Hey everyone, I am Peter from TopThink, and today we are going to explore 10 morning routines of successful people. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Sorting priorities like Barbara Corcoran. For multi-million-dollar businesswoman, author, and investor Barbara Corcoran, the morning hours are far and away the most important part of every day. This is when you're most productive, most motivated, and most efficient, so it is essential that you devise and maintain a consistent routine to help your brain operate at full capacity. According to Barbara, in order to maximize your productivity and organization, you actually have to start your morning routine the night before. Before you go to bed, you should make a habit of drawing up a detailed to-do list, writing out each and every task that you have to do the next day. Don't limit yourself to just the big-ticket items like a presentation at work or a test at school. Your to-do list should include everything from eating breakfast to sending important emails, because the ultimate goal of this list is to help you organize your priorities. Once you've done that, it's way easier to find time for things like reading or exercise without letting other things slip. Just look at Barbara, who, despite her incredibly busy schedule, finds time to go for a run every single morning. Number 2. Work constantly like Mark Cuban. In the words of billion-dollar investor Mark Cuban, you should work like there is someone working 24 hours a day to take it all away from you. Mark Cuban bases his entire life around this mantra by weaving work into every minute of his day, including the first few minutes after he wakes up. Mark Cuban's routine lives and dies on motivation and ambition. So to make this routine work, you need to be extremely passionate about what you do. To live like Mark Cuban, every single one of your mornings should start off exactly the same way, with work. From the moment you wake up, you should be checking emails, updating documents, or addressing any problems that might have come up overnight. And the work shouldn't stop there. While you're eating breakfast, which for Mark Cuban consists of a cup of coffee and 2 protein-rich, low-calorie cookies, you should be organizing your work for the day and setting goals. But what if you don't have any work to do in the morning? Well, according to Mark Cuban, there are other ways to exercise your mind in place of work. You should use that extra time to read books, do research, or go to the gym. Number 3. Fitting your personality like Tai Lopez. For Tai Lopez, a hugely successful investor and social media expert, every person's morning routine should differ depending on their personality type. While other successful people may benefit from meditating every morning or listening to podcasts, others may find that those things don't work for them. So instead, you should first try to understand your personality type, then build a morning routine that encourages productivity and efficiency in a way that's right for you. For example, let's say you're not the most social person. While especially social types like Tai Lopez might benefit greatly from checking social media or going to the gym each morning where he's surrounded by people, you would benefit more by using your mornings to go running alone or setting aside time for introspection. In the same way, having an extremely structured morning ritual might work for some people, but you might feel suffocated or bored by doing the same thing over and over again. If this sounds like you, you should inject some variety by trying a new thing each morning or exploring new topics. The key is to understand how your specific personality type succeeds and consistently maintain a routine that makes that success a reality. Number 4. Start early like Tim Cook. We've talked before about the benefits of getting up early, But few people have truly maximized those benefits like Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple. While 5:30 may sound pretty early, Tim Cook actually wakes up every morning at 3:45 a.m. and uses every hour afterwards to get a head start on the rest of the country. In order to make use of Tim Cook's morning routine, you have to start your day before sunrise, giving you about 4 hours until the average person gets up. Right after you wake up, you should focus your attention on work, knocking out easy tasks like responding to emails first. After that, you should leave your house somehow, whether it's going to the gym or getting a cup of coffee. Plenty of gyms are open 24 hours, while Starbucks opens just after 4 a.m. So there's no excuse not to be social first thing in the morning. You'll find that it's a lot more relaxing to go to these places when everyone is still asleep, allowing you to take your time, enjoy the quiet, and ideally get some more work done. Number 5, get caught up like Jeff Immelt. On top of waking up at 5:30 a.m. every morning, Jeff Immelt, the former CEO of General Motors, has maintained one component of his morning ritual for 25 years. Right after you wake up, your first priority should be exercise, specifically a cardio workout. However, while most people might use this time to reflect on their lives or set goals, you should use this time to pay attention to what's happening in the world. Whether you want to read the paper or watch the news, you should be treating each workout as an opportunity to learn more about the world you live in. Number 6, be consistent like Jack Dorsey. For multi-billionaire Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter and CEO of Square, a consistent morning routine is the key to tackling 18-hour days and 90-hour work weeks by ensuring that every day is as effective and profitable as the last. To reap these same benefits, you need to make mental and physical health your first priority each morning. After waking up at or before 5 a.m., you should start with at least 30 minutes of meditation, which can take a lot of practice to build up to. Even if you are only to meditate for 5 or 10 minutes at a time, this step is still definitely worth doing. After meditation, you should make time to exercise extensively. For Jack Dorsey, this means a 6-mile run every single morning. So don't expect 10 or 15 minutes of walking to do the trick. It's also important that you wait until after you've meditated and exercised to drink coffee, tea, or any other source of caffeine. While these can give you more energy, you want to develop the discipline and intrinsic motivation to get these things done without the help of caffeine. Number 7, make time for fun like Jeff Weiner. Unlike many of the other rituals on this list, Jeff Weiner, the CEO of LinkedIn, always makes time for something fun in the mornings, no matter how busy his schedule is. Similar to Mark Cuban and Tim Cook, you should start working right when you wake up. But instead of letting this time blend into the rest of your workday, you should limit yourself to an hour of work before stopping to eat breakfast and do something you enjoy. For example, Jeff Weiner likes to play with his kids every day after breakfast. Even if it isn't the most productive way to spend your time, you should do something you enjoy to improve your mood or gain a more positive outlook on the day. Number 8, stimulate creativity like Chris Plow. For entrepreneur Chris Plow, the mornings are best used to facilitate creative thinking, which helps you focus, solve problems, and move closer to achieving your goals. This type of creative thinking also ensures that you make the most out of every day by allowing ideas to flow more freely, which boosts your creative output. After you wake up, you should set aside 15 minutes for quiet meditation, using that time to clear your head and reset. Then, you should take 5 minutes to write in a journal where you can solidify your goals for the day, address any anxieties, and motivate yourself. Next, you should do half hour or more of exercise, followed by a protein shake for breakfast. Finally, you should create at least one thing. Whether you want to write, draw, make music, or even build something, the important thing is that you generate something you can be proud of at the end of every morning. Number 9, do research like Kevin O'Leary. Multi-millionaire Kevin O'Leary believes the morning is the perfect time to do research and get a better understanding of your market, which stimulates critical thinking and helps you create avenues for success. After starting your morning at 5:30 a.m., you should use the first hour to learn something new about the field you're in. Like Kevin O'Leary, you might have trouble fitting in a full hour committed just to research, so you can let that time overlap with going to the gym, eating breakfast, or drinking your morning coffee. By keeping up this routine for a month or even a week, you'll be surprised how much more focused you are and how much new information you've learned. Number 10, practice mindfulness like Bob Iger. For Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, the actual content of your morning routine matters less than your ability to think in the right way. You should take advantage of the increased productivity and lack of interruptions in the morning to practice mindfulness. While things like exercise help to relieve stress, you should use the morning to adjust your way of thinking in order to facilitate creativity, improve concentration, and stimulate cognitive flexibility. Thank you for watching Top Think, and be sure to subscribe, because more incredible content is on the way.